Hi, and welcome back to my third Let's Play of Crash Bandicoot n.sane Trilogy, everybody, where now we are going to be moving on to Crash Bandicoot 3 or Crash Bandicoot Warped, whichever one you want to call it, and then the technical word for this is Crash Bandicoot Warped, but I always called it Crash Bandicoot 3. So anyway everyone, this will be my third Let's Play of Crash Bandicoot n.sane Trilogy, once again. So, it's been quite a while since I did the Let's Play of Crash Bandicoot 2, so it must have been a good few months. So anyway, here we go with the third Crash game. So, wish me luck on this one, but this Let's Play is going to go pretty well, because I've been looking forward to doing this one for quite a while, believe it or not, even though Crash Warped is my least favourite out of the three, but I mean in n.sane I quite like it, so anyway, here we go. Wish me luck on a new game of Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped.
Free at last.
Uka Uka is free? No, it cannot be. Evil, great evil has come.
None have dared fail the great Uka Uka even once. But you, Cortex, you have failed me twice!
Great Uka Uka! It was that infernal Bandicoot!
From deep inside my devil prison, I sent you simple instructions to follow. But you lost the gems, you lost the crystals, and I have lost my patience. There is now no other power source left on this planet.
I know we've had a few unfortunate setbacks.
And failed. But since your bumbling has managed to set me free, I am feeling generous. There is still a way to amass the power needed to enslave this miserable planet. And this time, the great Uka Uka will make sure that you do it right.
After many eons, my evil twin brother, Uka Uka, has been freed from his underground prison. Long ago, I locked him there to protect the world from his malice. Now, free once again, he must be stopped. Children, Uka Uka and Cortex plan to use this time-twisting machine to gather crystals that lay scattered across time. I have brought you here to recover the crystals before they do. To open the time portal, simply stand on a button and then jump into the portal. Good luck.
Okay, so that was the introduction cutscene, which I'm quite impressed with what they've done in n.sane once again. Same for Crash 1 and Crash 2. So anyway, here we are in the hub world. So, of course, we've got all the warp rooms. We've got medieval sort of themed world. We have the Arabian themed world. We sort of like have this Chinese, Oriental themed world here, as well as an Egyptian one and a future one. And of course here we have the portal that takes you to Future Sense, but I'm planning on saving that for the last part because, I mean, Future Tense is indeed going to be the last level that we're going to be doing, so And of course you need to really get the power-ups in order to fully complete the level. Well, obviously you need the bazooka power-up, but Anyway, that's a quick exploration of the hub world. So now what we're going to do is we're going to jump into some levels. And I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I'm actually quite impressed with what they've done with the Uka Uka model for n.sane as well. In fact, I'm quite impressed with what they've done for all of them, to be honest. So anyway, here we go, we're going to do our first level, which will of course be Toad Village, so hopefully this one is going to go pretty well, this part.
Crash, crash, crash. Why must you always muck in my mud? Oh, look! I have a mask helping me, too. We will find out which one is more powerful soon enough.
Here we go, the first level, Toad Village, although I am quite a sucker for medieval themed stuff, so of course I'm going to enjoy doing this stage quite a lot. And of course it gives you a little sort of like explanation or guide, so X to jump, square to spin, circle to slide, and triangle for your inventory, which I haven't seen before, but in fact I have seen it before playing this game. I didn't really notice it in the other games, but I seem to have noticed it now in this part. I don't know why, but yeah. Oh, and we have these changing crates here, which you have to be really quick to break, just in case you don't know, in case you're new to the game. But I mean, I don't really see why you would be that new to Crash, because I think Crash is one of the best games franchises, and if you haven't played Crash before, you have really missed out. I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, you really need to play Crash if you have not played Crash yet. So anyway, here we go with our first bonus round, which I'm quite a sucker or lover for the bonus rounds of in Crash Bandicoot Warped. I mean, it's just like one of my favourite themed bonus rounds. Don't get me wrong, I like them in Crash Bandicoot. And what? Crash was sort of like floating in the air then? I don't know if you just saw that. That was pretty weird. I mean, I just don't understand why Crash suddenly were like floating in the air. I mean, that's so strange. As I said, I like the bonus rounds in Crash 2, but Crash 3 bonus rounds are my favourite, I think, so far anyway. I mean, look at the theming in these stages here. I mean, you got the sort of like the homes on the side. It's like a straight road. I mean, this would make a pretty good track, I'm not gonna lie, in Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. I mean, that is something I'd like them to bring, like a Crash Warped themed track. I mean, you have like you'll see them in a minute, sort of like the Oriental Runway tracks, where you play as Pura, and yeah, we've got the first gem here. And we've got the motorbike stages as well, and then you've got these long medieval roads, so that'd make a pretty good stage in Crash Team Racing, in my opinion anyway, so. Yeah, that's the first stage done. That only took like literally 2 minutes. I mean, that was pretty quick. Although I will say that the early stages are quite short, and the later stages are quite long. That just seems to be how it works. I mean, the stages do get longer throughout the game. But I mean, that's pretty much the same for all Crash games. So anyway, here we go with Under Pressure, which will be our first vehicle level, so which I'll basically explain to you what you've got to do here. I mean, it's just like you're underwater and you're swimming. Now, I've never really been a fan of the swimming levels. I think swimming levels, as well as plane levels, are my least favourites. In fact, to be honest, I'm not really a huge fan of the vehicle levels in Crash Warped at all. I mean, I do think personally though, they do control a lot better in n.sane. That's what I've always thought right from the start. I mean, they were a bit stiff, and they controlled I mean, like the motorcycle, it controlled like a tank in the original game. And in fact, it still does in this, but I mean, they do seem to have improved upon them a little bit. Oh, and changing time crate there, you don't have to spend too long on that, because otherwise you're just going to mess it up. And I nearly got hurt there, but yeah, I mean, these swimming stages are not the worst. I mean, what's the one? Deep Trouble. Deep Trouble, which is in the 3rd warp room, is definitely like the hardest, I'm going to say. And what we're going to say was as well, I'm hoping to make these parts, the first 5 parts, where I do like the first warp rooms, if you sort of get me, you know, get the whole warp rooms completed in one part. That would be you know, it sort of like worked well, because obviously I did the first island in my Crash 1 Let's Play, although I had to split the last one up into 2 parts, because obviously the last island is really long, and I didn't want a 1 hour long part on my YouTube channel, so, I mean, it does sort of like make sense that I actually broke it up a bit, but hopefully in this Let's Play I won't need to do that. I mean, I'm hoping to only make these parts about 25 minutes long at the most. I mean, possibly could go to half an hour at a push, but I don't want to make these parts too long because, I mean, in my opinion, that sort of like discourages people from watching them. And although I do watch live streams, I mean, obviously Spyro Jonathan's doing a live stream Let's Play of Spyro Year of a Dragon and Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel right now, and he's also completing his Let's Play of this game as well, which is kind of cool that he's doing that. I mean, he's nearly completed this Let's Play now, and so we're pretty much doing the same Let's Play at the same time, which is pretty epic. So anyway, here we go with the final stage. Oh wow, we got the gem. Nice. Right before, I think it was like in one of the earlier patches, I basically completed this level 100%. I'm not going to lie here. I 100% completed this level under pressure, but I went underneath the gem at the end. Like a legit swum underneath the gem. And I mean, I'm not going to joke, I was gutted, honestly. I completed all of that stage, and then I swum underneath the gem. So that was a whole level's worth of effort flushed down the toilet, because I was an idiot and I swum right under the gem. Anyway, here we are on another vehicle level, which is probably my favourite ones in the game with Pura. And you can actually slide and spin as Coco, which is, you know, because obviously you can play as Coco now in n.sane, so that's something that you can do. You can actually do all of the moves at the start of his stage, in case, which is pretty cool. I mean, I don't know if other Let's Players have mentioned that, but in fact, I really need to sort of like catch up on Crystal Fisher's Let's Play of this game, because I know he did start it years ago, and I mean, he started finally making progress of his Spyro Reignited Let's Play. I mean, I'm still waiting for him to do his Let's Play of Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage, which I'm really looking forward to watching next, so come on Crystal Fisher, you can do this. And no, I missed a box already, so there's a death already, so obviously, death abuse. I mean, it's a good job this isn't a survival Let's Play or a Let's Play Till I Die, as I know somebody else is doing that right now on their channel, and I've actually come up with an idea. What about maybe doing one of those live streams, sort of like Let's Play Till I Die or something like that, if I don't know what name I should come up with a name, but do it of perhaps GTA 5, because, I mean, that would actually be really interesting to do GTA 5, I mean, because for the simple reason, it's like real life, so you've obviously got to take care, you know, doing all the mischievous things without getting yourself killed, sort of like a realistic challenge, if you sort of get me. So that's probably an idea. You'll have to let me know what you think to that. So yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5, I mean, that's a pretty good game to play, although I've got that game for the Xbox One. I fully completed it on the 360, but I've never played the Xbox One version. I think it's still wrapped up, to be honest, so it's still got its packaging on. So maybe I should play through that live. I don't know. I mean, I don't play GTA a lot. I mean, it's not really my type of game, but I mean, it'd be pretty cool to do sort of like a survival challenge or something like that of.
Uka Uka and Cortex want tiny kid crystals and bring them to big Colosseum in Rome. Crash! Leave them for Tiny, or Crash get crushed!
So here we go with our first chase level in Crash Warped. Now, these ones are pretty fun. I mean, I do like the prehistoric theming. Prehistoric? Is that's even a word? But, you know, just ignore me on that one. I mean, that's pretty bad. Now, I'm going to say that these chase levels seem so much different in n.sane. I'm not going to lie. I mean, they just do. I mean, it's like this Triceratops here seems a lot slower and a lot smaller and a lot less scarier. in n.sane as what he did in the original game, which is obviously as soon as you went, let's say, walked away and he broke out of his cage at the start, you know, like his bone, sort of like the bone cage sort of thing. It went with a deafening loud bang in the original game, but it doesn't seem to do that in n.sane, so it's not really scary anymore. And the old details we've got there, obviously ropes and stuff like that. And I've also got this really nice sort of like fog effect, which looks really cool and stuff like that. Obviously lava falls, stuff. It's basically like prehistoric playground. Now that's something they did do, I'm going to say. They did put prehistoric playground in, so they did recreate one stage from Crash Warped. Now that Grand Prix, I mean, speaking of all the Grand Prix, to be honest, I can see them making more of them in the future. I can see them doing a Back in Time too, because obviously we didn't have Baby, what is it? Baby Cortex and N trophy, which was what you see at the end of this game. Obviously, sorry for the spoilers, but in case you don't know, that's what happens. You get to see at the end, but I'm not going to talk any more about that. And obviously another Spyro one. I mean, what about Elora, Bianca, and Ripto and the Sorceress? I mean, they'd be pretty cool to see in Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled as well. Now, there's one thing I'm going to say about this game, and I mean, I think that the PS4 version is by far the best. I mean, yes, I know it's only 30 FPS, but the thing is, to be honest, that's all this game really needs. I mean, I played this game at 60 FPS on PC, and I can't really tell a huge difference. But for some reason, the PS4 version has much better anti-aliasing, and, you know, just better visuals in general. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of gaming on PC anyway. I mean, obviously I've got Reignited on PC and it does look a lot nicer and a lot more smoother at 60 frames, but this game, it doesn't really make a huge difference. I mean, I always find the visuals to look better on the consoles. Yes, I know you can get ultra detail and stuff like that, but it still doesn't look as good as the PS4. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm not a huge fan of PC gaming whatsoever. I mean, I'm just... no. And wow, there's a lot of lava in this section. I've always thought that, but there seems to be a lot more in n.sane now. I mean, it just broke out of his cage there and he hardly made a sound. And obviously there's 2 gems in the stage, as you saw like a red platform earlier on. I forgot to mention it because I was discussing other things, but basically there's a red platform which is just like an outline, like a placeholder right now, because obviously you can't use it because we need to get the red gem, which is from, once again, from Deep Trouble. And no, I died, I got. Right, I'm not gonna lie, that is legit the first time I have ever been got by that Triceratops. Like ever. I mean, I've never been crushed by him before, until now. Although it does get really close at the end, because obviously you've got to break all 3 crates. Although most of these crates, the Triceratops does break himself. I think it's Triceratops. Yeah, it's Triceratops, right? Here we go. Thank you. Oh, what? What? I don't know if you just saw that happen. I just got crushed. What the hell? That was freaking weird. I like fell off the side, but I still got crushed. What the heck was that? I mean, wow. I mean, it like got me, but it didn't. Although there was this glitch at the end of a level in Crash 1, where you could die at the end of like the temple levels. I think it was it Temple Ruins or something like that? I can't really remember. And you used to die, but you used to exit the level at the same time, so you didn't. You legit died and won at the same time, which is really, really weird, like glitch, but it's still an awesome game nonetheless. I mean, bugs like that have always been hilarious to me. So here we go with Makin Waves, which is another not so bad vehicle level. I mean, if I had to put them in order, I'd probably put the I don't know, I'd probably put the plane levels last, then the motorcycles, then the swimming, and then I'd probably do this, and then the purer ones. I mean, the purer ones are my favourite vehicle levels, even though I'm not a fan of vehicle levels. I mean, hence why Crash Warped is probably my least favourite, but I still love it nonetheless. In fact, I'm kind of torn. What do I like the least? I mean, Crash 1. I mean, Crash 1 is sort of like a bit basic, and wow, I died already. I am not doing too well today, guys. I normally do a lot better than this, but I mean, to be honest, I won't consider myself doing terrible. Oh, and just in case you don't know, years ago, I think about 2009, if you go back through my channel, I uploaded like loads of unused death routes and gem path musics for this game. You know, for the water levels, the medieval levels, and plane levels and stuff like that. But to be honest, I put in the title that they're unused. I mean, it was back in 2009. Come on, I was 14 years old, right? And I just tried to get views. Although I will say that the work was originally by Logan912 or Logan Palmer. So basically, with his permission, I said, can I use these for a project? He said yes, and then I basically just re-uploaded them and said that they were unused. But I'm going to admit right now, here and there, just in case you're watching, that they are all fan-made. I mean, they're not unused. There was not in the original game. I don't know if there actually is any in the original game. I mean, obviously, you'd be able to rip them. Somebody would have ripped them by now, if so, but to be honest, I mean, it's still pretty cool to hear them, even though they're not exactly legit soundtracks, but anyway, here we are approaching the end of the stage. Can I land on him? Oh, whoa! I sort of bounced off him? What? I mean, sometimes, right, you've got to sort of get, if you jump on him correctly, you can kill him. So, hey, here we go. That's all of the levels completed in the first warp room. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to face our first boss, which we'll see now that, basically, just like Coco, take all of the gems out. So yes, here we go then. We've got the first boss. And in case you don't know, all of the other level portals appear, which now happens in n.sane's Crash 2 as well, which didn't happen in the original, but it happens now. But anyway, here we go. Tiny Tiger.
Crash! Coco! Stole the pretty crystals! Tiny, take them back in Gladiator Arena!
Here we go. Speaking of Tiny Tiger, I've unlocked all of his skins in Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, which is pretty cool. I find it kind of cool that they have skins now. So here we go. Just the way Tiny like breaks loose. Just show his like sheer strength. I mean, he's a really strong guy. I accidentally skipped the cutscene, but I mean, nothing else really happens here. But here we have Tiny Tiger. So. Not a really hard boss. Probably a bit harder than the Crash Team Racing bosses, to be fair. I mean, I always found them ridiculously easy. And obviously, all of these tiger models here. All these lions. I mean, sorry. Obviously, the big difference between the tiger and the lion. Basically, just... basically, those tigers that run out of air, you see in Papu's Pyramid. Pretty much all over the place. In case you don't notice. Although I will say that they are a lot bigger in Papu's Pyramid as opposed to what they are in this stage. So we've definitely altered some of the sizing of the enemies and stuff like that, and the sprites and objects in Nitro Fueled, which does really make sense. So yeah, here we go. We managed to defeat Tiny Tiger. And as you can see, they're just pelting him with fruits. Not fruits, tomatoes, which I've always found to be really cool, really hilarious. I mean, wow, that is a really cool addition. I mean, just pelt him with tomatoes. Because he's a rotten loser. Supercharged body slam. For a more powerful belly flop, press the X button at the top to jump, and then press the circle button at the top of the jump. So then you can body slam more powerful. Which doesn't work yet, but it will do in a minute. I'll just show you that off when we get back to the warp room. So anyway.
Well done, children.
By defeating Tiny, you have unlocked the gate to the next time travel area. Go back to the center of this time twister and save your progress if you wish. From there, you will see that the gate to the second time travel area is now open.
Yay! So now we can just go straight around into the second world. So, of course, which is going to be the Arabian world. So, anyway, this is the end of this part, everyone. So, of course, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed watching the first part of my Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped n.sane Trilogy Let's Play. We're going to save our progress real quick. We're going to overwrite this one, because for some reason I have a thing. Well, that's the one I did on my live stream, by the way, the first one. That's the one I just did at leisure. An autosave slot I just disabled, that's the one I always fully complete first. But anyway, because I always save my first Let's Play. But for some reason, always the third save slot is the one that I use for doing Let's Plays. I don't know why. It just is. Well, I've just overwritten 108% of progress just for 11%. But, I mean, I play through this game so many times. I mean, the fun never wears off. So, of course, this has been part 1, which has been really fun to make. So that is obviously me and Spyro Jonathan both doing this Let's Play. Although he's nearly finished, he'll probably be finished long before me. But anyway, this wraps up part 1 of Let's Play Crash Bandicoot Warped n.sane Trilogy. I hope you all enjoyed watching this, everybody. And huge thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoy the rest of this Let's Play. So, take care, everybody, and goodbye for now. So, peace out.